Hi everyone, it's Helen here and thank you for joining me today. So I have quite a fun project to do with you guys today. I've just come out of the weekend wanting to do this project and now it's Monday. I'm filming this on a Monday. I'm just jumping straight into it because I wondered if it worked, and it looks like it will. Okay, so we're going to be working on my Drs Bag die set. Now this kept selling out on its debut last year, so it's currently now back in stock at Craft Stash. So if you missed out on this, it is back, and we're going to be working on this today along with my brand new embossing folder. Now this is the mock croc. Let me find the packaging. Got ink on it and everything. I've been having so much fun with this. It's an A4 embossing folder, and this is the mock croc A4 embossing folder, and I just absolutely love it. So I have been embossing. Now I have been using this rose gold roll, texture roll from Sizzix. If you've worked with something called Craftex before, it is just like that, but with a lovely metallic coating on. Now this one is rose gold. You can get it in gold as well. It's got a little sample here on the front, and they have it in silver, and I think they also have it in a plain craft as well, so you can do your inking techniques with this too. Okay, so I have cut, I just absolutely love this. It's not a long roll, so I have actually cut it into A4 sheets. It is a little bit longer than A4. I think it's like 12. Let's have a look. Yes, it's 12 inches long, and I just cut it to 8 1/4. You might have to go a bit over the 8 1/4 for this particular die, and I just love how it works. I've done all of my pieces. I just need to do one more. So I've already die cut and embossed 3 of my main pieces. So while I'm on film, I'm just going to go through the last one. So the important thing is to fold all of your score lines. So I've die cut 2 fronts and I've die cut 2 side pieces, and then I'm going to die cut the accessories, the straps and the buckles and everything like that. So all you have to do is, I'm just going to be using my Gemini today, so this will work on a big shot. I don't know what the sandwich is going to be for a big shot, but you're going to be needing the Big Shot Plus for this die set because it is a large one. Okay, so for the Gemini, it's the sandwich of just 2 plates, top and bottom, and your bits in the middle. Okay, so adhesive wise, I'm going to be using a mixture of red tape and some hot glue. I'd like to be using the hot glue on these corners just here. I'm undecided yet whether I'm going to use the red tape on the sides. I think I'll give it a go. I've only got this much red tape left on this wide strip, though I have more on order, so that will be here hopefully by tomorrow. So let's get our red tape on, and again I just use my Teflon scissors. These are really old. I bought these when I first started crafting around about 2005. I bought these, but I need to clean them with some surgical spirit. Because they're getting really gunky and hard to use. Okay, let's do another one. Okay, so we're going to be moving on to the thinner areas now. So on here, it might be easier if I show you the other way around. Okay, so this I had to have a little bit of a fight with going through my embossing and die cutting, because the roll wanted to, obviously it wanted to roll up because it's in a roll, and this is the die here for the front, and I really had to tape it down. But other than that, it was super easy to do, and it was a lot flatter when it came out. But some of my tape has got stuck to the back, so let's take that off. Okay, oh, there's another bit here. So I'll be showing you the score lines. So we have a longer section here at the top, a wider patch, that's going to be the top of the bag, and here we have a very, very thin edge there. So we're going to be joining, let's do a dry run, we're going to be joining these two together so that they overlap on the thinner strips. So we have the thicker strips either side here. Okay, so I'm going to be using some red tape along there. Okay, so while I've got my bone folder, I'm just going to press all of my tapes down. That's going to really push the tape right into the surface of the card. Well, it's not really card, or the texture roll, and it's also going to help us take the backing off. I mean, with red tape you don't get much of a problem with taking the backing off anyway, but it just gets rid of all the air bubbles. So I'm just going to do the same on all of these. Give that a really good press, especially right down into the areas where it's debossed or embossed, so the bits that go in. It'll be the debossed section. There we go. This is really bright, it's really reflective. This is going to make a really, really cool bag. Okay, so I've taken off that. So now I am literally just going to line these up because I'm using the score line as my guide. There we go. So this is now coming together. Okay, so now we just need to take a measurement here and then mark in the center. Just going to grab my pencil. So this measures 4 3/4, and we need to go in the middle here, which is 2 3/8, I think. 2 3/8. Yes, 2 3/8. So if you want, you can just take that pencil mark just to there. So that is where we're going to pop that here. There we go. Okay. So as you can see, we have an overlap here. So the middle isn't actually where this seam here ends, and it's not where this seam overlaps there. It's in the middle of these two seams. So looking sideways like this, I'm making my pencil mark in the middle of those two. So it's round about there. That is where I'm going to be lining up my my pencil mark. However, we're going to be on the inside here, so I'm going to take my pencil mark again with my ruler and just bring that in just like that. It's all just for visual, so you can kind of line everything up. If you've made quite a few of these again and again and again, you'll probably get to the point where you won't actually need to use your pencil marks. You'll be able to do it just from looking at it. Okay, so I'm going to do my best here to line everything up. going to go for it. Okay, and again I'm just going to press that down. Now I haven't actually tested this properly with the red tape, so if I do get any lifting or if my bag starts to kind of separate a bit at the seams, I'm just going to go in and repair it with some hot glue, and that would be the way I would do it. Okay, so we're going to do another dry run now. So these tabs go along here, and then we pop the bag up together just like that. So let's take this off. We'll start with that side first. Then what I'm going to do is try and get this in the right position. I'm thinking that's going to be a good one. So let's grab the glue gun. It has an L in it. My wires all tangled here. Okay. So I'm just going to add some glue just along, just a line on here. It doesn't matter if I go over too far, because it's all going to be popped together. There we go. That has got my curve. I'm hoping you're able to see that. And then I'm just going to carry on up the rest of the side of the bag, joining up the edge of the paper. I'm just going to call this metallic paper. On my right here, I'm just lining it up with the score line of my left hand. There we go, that is our first side done. If you have any glue coming out there, leave it alone and we can sort that out after everything has cooled down. So I've already covered myself in it. I did stick my fingers in, but luckily my nails have grown quite long. I need to cut them, but sometimes they do protect the ends of my fingers, so they are kind of useful. Okay, so let's do the same on the other side. Now what I'm doing is I'm going to be working on this side first, and then I'm going to go round and do that side. Or I think it might be easier if I just do the opposite side like this. Actually, there are so many different ways that you can pop it together, but sometimes doing it this way and having the end open here on that side, it is easier to get your hands in, especially if you find things like this quite fiddly. It's all a matter of experimenting and getting the right position on both of those that I've just done. Okay, so let's have a quick look at the completed side. So it's now looking something like this. There's not much room on my desk, but yeah, it's coming together really nicely. These are my offcuts, and I'm going to use those for the straps, I think. I'm not too sure if I should do a contrasting colour. I kind of just want to do it all the same and see how it goes. I really love the look of this rose gold. Okay. I'm going to use my bone folder on the last one, just in there, to press that down, and there we have our bag. It's not finished yet because we need to fold that in, and if you do want to rub out any of your pencil lines, you can do. If you want to cut another liner out of a contrasting colour for the inside, just to cover these tabs there, as you can see, they are there, those ones, then you can just cut another 2 of the fronts and then join them together like we have. Maybe trim the sides off very slightly, say 1/8 of an inch off one of the sides. That should cause it to shrink down a bit so you can fit it inside, and that will hide these seams here, and these walls will be okay. Okay, so because we pre-folded everything before we put it through the machine, these should be easy to refold again. So remember to fold all of your score lines before you run it through the machine. So it should look like that. It does want to follow one of the mock croc pattern lines though, so I am just going to give that a really good fold in the point here. And there we go, do the same on the other side. get that point in nicely, and it does go right to the end there, so get that sorted as well. There we go. So now this is all going to go in like that, and these flaps here go on the inside, and they're going to go just like that. So that is what it's going to look like. I do need to concentrate on this edge though, because the point is here. There we go. Right, we can work on those little areas again when we put the thing together. So I'm going to keep my glue gun on, and I'm going to move over now to these scraps. Let's go back to the die set. So we have all of these here to play with. We have a buckle in there too. I might do a contrasting buckle, not sure. What colour should I do that? So I don't want everything to all just be one shade all the same. Okay. There we go, there is the handle. This is a really nice looking handbag. I absolutely love this. I should probably come out a little bit so that you can get a better picture. There we go, you can see now how lovely that is. We have the handle there, so let's get the buckles on. I'm not going to put the glue on the edges, I'm going to keep it to the center. There we go. Okay, so if I find that after looking at this I find that the buckles kind of disappear a little bit, what I'm going to do is I'll cut another one out, and then I've made a mess of that. I'll get my adhesive rubber out after this. This here, this is from Croc Drs. Once it's dry I can rub that off. It's great for hiding your glue mistakes. I can cut another set of these buckles out in a darker cardstock, and I can then just glue them on top of these buckles, because they do sort of disappear. So if you have a better idea on what colour I should go for, even if it's silver, I'm not sure if silver would go, but if you think silver, let me know down in the comments. So that is the Drs bag. So that is now back in stock, and I've used the Mock Croc embossing folder. I absolutely love that. Where did I put it? It's in here. There we are. I absolutely love this. I've used this on loads of things now. So what else would you like me to use this Mock Croc folder on? Because there are plenty of ideas here. So I could use this for a mini album cover using the same technique here. I can do that. So if you have any ideas, let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear your ideas. So if you like this one, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you again soon.